Okay, welcome to part 2. Today we're going to work on getting this thing off the dolly and onto something that's a little more stable so I can work with it in the shop. She's been outside for a few years and man, it shows. Getting this thing off the dolly was a bit trickier than I expected. This thing just wants to roll no matter what. And now I've dropped a car or two in my time, but never dropped a plane, and I don't think I want to start now. Once I got it off the dolly, I fabbed up these simple stands to keep it in place. As it sits, this is the current ride height, so we can start pulling dimensions and get right into designing. Make sure you subscribe and lock it in for notifications because these first few videos are gonna go quick. Part 3. We gotta get this early Ford suspension setup adapted to the plane. So this quick mock-up will give you an idea of what it's gonna look like. Obviously nothing's gonna fit, so we'll have to do some cutting here and there. And also at some point, somebody else was in here with the Sawzall and maybe one too many in their system. So I also have to cut back all of these nasty edges and make sure the areas are safe. I use this product called Polywall for templates since it's cheap and it's easy to work with. It's easy to draw on, cut, glue, fold, and reuse when you screw up. In a few minutes of messing with it, I come up with something like this. And this panel will be the heart of everything up front. Next, I'll recreate it in Fusion 360. This way I can generate a G-code for my plasma cutter. After I cut that out, a quick mock-up and we look like we're good to go. We still have a bunch of stuff to add, so don't go anywhere. What's up guys, it's part 4, let's keep going on the jet. So, if you remember, we're using an off-the-shelf early Ford suspension setup. And if you're not familiar with them, they use a single leaf spring and shocks. Nice and simple. So, after making a quick template, I came up with this pair of
incorrect spring perch brackets because I forgot to factor caster.
Anyways, quick snip and we're back in action. Now, I'll take some more Polywall and I'll make some templates for the shock mounts. Then, into Fusion they go and out of the CNC they come. A quick cleanup and some tacks to hold everything in place, and just like that, boom, we got one pair of shock mounts. I really like these too. Alright, cool, now I just have to bolt up the... Of course, it doesn't fit. You know the drill. Into Fusion, out of the CNC, clean it up, and test fit. Okay, now we're good. Don't go anywhere because we're going to get that steering box mounted next. Part 5. Let's install a steering box. So, in this area, we'll be designing and fabricating a steering box mount. We went with a Vega unit because they work well for cross steer setups, they package nicely, and they're generally easy to work with. So easy to work with, in fact, that placing it here will allow the steering shaft to be a straight run from the box to the wheel. After some measurements, it gets tacked in place and mocked up to double check, and well, looks like it works. So let's finish it up.